Well, good morning, everybody. This was a great sleep last night. It really was. Right behind me, isn't it? A little better? Okay. That was a great sleep last night. And I'm getting up I've been up, but there was no noise, nobody around. So I just decided to stay in bed instead of, getting up and shooing away. Because really, there's nobody around here. This is a great place to park. Again, I won't be back here for a couple weeks. I doubt. Maybe a week. This is, because of this, when I don't have to get up so late. But I don't want to also be that pinpoint of, and Monday, this day, he's there awful late, Yeah, I don't want to do that. But this is a great spot. I have a great spot for this evening as well. It's one of my favorite spots I haven't been to in probably a month or so. But it's a great night to do that because I get off late and I have to be up earlier tomorrow. So that's a great place to stay. That dinner was so good, I'm still full this morning. So I don't even think I'm going to have breakfast. We've run the diesel heater for 3 nights. The first 2 was sporadic because it was so warm. Last night, I ran it all night. I had the fan on all night. And I am down to half a tank of diesel. I'm going to fill it tonight just because I've got a gasket that used to be in top that fell into the tank. I need to fish that out. But I've got a couple little chunks as well. I'm basically leaving that bigger the actual gasket in there because it's kind of sitting on top of the chunks. The gasket disintegrated and then ended up falling into the tank. And I have material to make a new one, but the lid actually seals really good without the gasket. I don't smell anything, so I may not ever make one for it. I don't know, but I'm leaving that bigger chunk in there just to hold those little chunks till I can get something. I might super long needle nose might be able to get down in there. I don't know. That would actually be a good idea to run it almost. See, I don't want to run it dry. I want to be out somewhere like in the woods so I can clean the pliers off. I don't want those chunks to get sucked into the fuel line. Sorry, that was a bunch. But it's early, right? Early in the morning. But okay, I got to get going. The van's been running for a few minutes to defog the windows. They weren't horrible last night, but I got the humidity down to like 40-something percent, 42%. The weather was kind of funny last night. It was only supposed to get down 39. It continued to drop to 31. Stayed there for an hour or so, and then climbed back up, back to, it's like 40-something now already. But all right, I got to get going. Enough jibber jabbering. We will see you guys either on the way to work or afterwards. We'll see what we see. All right, guys, we're out of work. It's late. I was going to heat up that jalapeno and artichoke dip, but man, it's already, by the time I get anywhere, it's going to almost be 8 o'clock. I don't really know if I want to start cooking at 8 o'clock. I like to get in bed by by 8:30. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I've been wanting to cook that, and I don't want it to sit there forever. And it's not that bad. So, all right, let's find a place to park, and we'll get that dip going. Where do I want to park tonight? That's the question. Well, we'll take a look. If the one place is open, we'll go there. If not, we'll go to the second place. Let's head out. Well, all right, everybody. We are to our parking spot. It is quite cold actually out. It was only supposed to get down to 41 tonight. It's already 34 degrees and starting to snow. So, gotta love them weather people. So I'm really not that hungry, but I want to eat up some of this. I'll get my iced tea out first here. So I think we're just going to put some of that in the air fryer and get some chips out. And that's going to be our dinner. This glass iced tea. So I've been contemplating my weekend. It is going to be probably really, really wet where I was last time. It poured yesterday, and it rained really good today as well. It's supposed to be nice and sunny and dry and warm the next couple days. But as we see, we can't trust the weather people. There is a spot in the woods that's on higher elevation, and it should be dry. So I'm thinking we could go to that spot. But I don't know. I'd hate to get all the way out there and find out that we're SOL, you know what I mean? At least for the first night. The first night, I don't think any way I'd be willing to go into the flat of where I like, the area I like to go to. It's just way too muddy. So what I'm thinking is that's what we'll do. We'll, I have to go get more wood if I'm going to try to camp anywhere. So we might run to the store, get the wood, and then head to that spot. See what it's like. I really want to get this pantry going. Air fryer's on. I really want to get the the pantry going. Every day I sit here, I'm looking at all this wasted space that I have, that I'm not using. And if I can camp in the woods, I can build it there. Or what I'm thinking is, if it's too wet to even try that spot, coming back in town, and then in the morning going to the lumber store and building it out in the parking lot. Because I mean, I only need a couple uprights, a couple stringers to the wall, depending on where I want the shelves, and then a plate, a couple across the back to hook the stringers to. That's all I need. So I really want to get that going. So we may figure that out. Maybe tomorrow we'll measure it up, get a better idea, because it can't stick out too far. Let me show you what I mean. Come on down to a little bit to level here. Sorry about the fancy camera work. All right, but right now, this sits recessed from where the refrigerator pulls out. Let me show you. Okay, refrigerator pulls out. So I have to keep it inside there, which is fine. I can right now just attach it to what would be the front of the storage cabinet. Vertically there, and then one in the back on that side vertically there, and I could also tie it into the bedpost here and the side of the cabinet. So those 2x4s going up, or 2x2s probably. I probably don't need 2x4s, just 2x2s up. would make a nice start. Then just attach it to the roof. Put a stringer back here somewhere. Attach the shelves out to where I would be going for my microwave stand. And then, have the microwave, we have it, the first shelf start here. That's where the microwave would be. Kind of, in line with the top of the cabinet. And the microwave could be there. And then another shelf from like here up for dry storage. So that's kind of my idea there. But we just have to kind of take a look and see, you know what I mean, how it would actually work there. All right. I don't know. See what we do. But right now, what we have to do is turn you guys back around, close the fridge, and come back over to the cooking area. Been in for 3 minutes. I just wanted to get this a little warm, because now we're going to pour the shaved Parmesan on top. Take a good heaping of that stuff. Oh, of course, the one piece wants to fall between the liner. We'll just move that around on top of the dip. Put that back in the air fryer and let it go. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'd really like to get that going. Won't take long. And like I said, I can, instead of having to cut a hole into anything back there, I could just attach the regular household plug that I have right to the side of that pantry. And then with that way, it would be easy to tear apart in case I had to do something different with the storage cabinet. And if I had to get into the electrical compartment from the front, basically I just unscrew a couple screws, pop it off, and then I've got the whole room to work back in there. Wouldn't be that big of a deal. I also want to run another USB port on the side here, because I've come up with, I have too many things to charge now. I'm always running this thing. I've got 2 fans, I've got my phone, I've got lights, I've got headlamps, earpieces, I've got all kinds of things I got to charge. But I want those on 12 volt. I don't want anything it's 110 that I got to turn the inverter on just to charge, stuff like that. So I could run another one of those, run it into the what's it called? Fuse block. Run into the fuse block. Just get that kind of stuff done and get this thing up. And maybe even throw a little paint on it. I don't know. Not sure if I want to do a different color just to break something up. You know what I mean? Maybe go with a little darker to tie it in. That's an idea. But again, that's just another day project. But okay, I'm going to finish heating up this. We'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. And like I said, I've got a whole big old bag of Frito scoops that I'm going to use that with. But, all right, we'll see you guys once dinner's ready. Okay, dinner is done, and man, I am stuffed again. I don't eat much. Tell you guys that all the time. But that heated up was so much better than it was cold. Night and day. And then that blanket of parm on top made a nice little crispy shell too. Oh, that was good stuff. So it's getting time for me to climb into bed. I was re-looking at this pantry. I may have to move some stuff around. I have to be able to access the hatch that goes into the bottom. So I may have to trim that or do something else. The one USB is in the way of the upright. I don't have to put the upright all the way down, but it would be stronger. And I think it would look better. But we got some thinking to do. And I'm just not in the mood tonight because now I am full. If I hadn't eaten all that, maybe. But now it's like Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Just lay back and go, ugh. So that was good. That was a really nice dinner. I enjoyed that. Well, we'll figure it out. But for tonight, I'm going to climb into bed, relax until I fall asleep. Heater's going to be on all night tonight. I've dropped the humidity down some already. It was kind of humid. Well, not really, but I want to keep it as dry as it can be in here. So, dry this out. Turn the fan on a little bit, or at least open hatch. But they said it was only going to 41. It was 34 when I pulled up in here. I think it's going to be into 20s tonight, which is great. Those 3 days I ran the diesel heater, I only used just over 0.6 of a gallon. I mean, the first 2 days was only on a little bit, a couple times, and then last night for all night. So that definitely you can conserve fuel going on and off. The only reason I was going on and off, if you guys watched the video, was because it was just too hot in here. But I don't like that. What a lot of van people do is they turn it on, heat up the van, shut it off, wake up a while later, turn it on, heat it up, shut it off. I don't like that. I want it to be my cozy home. I don't want it hot, cold. So that's why I leave it running. And it's been working for me, so. Well, as always, thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it, and it helps the channel. And you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow on Jellybean Outdoors in the city again. It's supposed to be nice, though, tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see what the weather people, what their roll of the dice said. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.